Welcome back to Better Presentations via Video. This time it's running your best route, where to take your viewers on the screen and how to get them to go with you. We've taken the time to prepare your room, to get your audio and video inputs as clean as you can get them with as little disruption as possible. We've talked about the words to use and not use, and how to pause for effect. Now it's time to put it all together and show them a good time. That is, make a memorable and easy-to-follow presentation with just your voice to guide them to where you want them. To do that, you'll need to direct their eye, and you'll need to direct their eye with your voice alone. Depending on screen sizes, conference room projectors, or other factors, they may or may not even be able to see the cursor you're moving, so you've got to help them find the points of interest that you're highlighting for them with just your voice. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I want you to skip the click here, then go here, then here narrative. It isn't helpful, and in some cases, it's just frustrating to the customer who just simply can't catch up. Replace click here with, in the top right-hand corner, you'll see a button marked Project. Click the Project button. Then explain what's about to happen. This is also a great time buffer as the software loads if it's a little slow. You can say things like, you should see a screen open that does this. You get the idea. Take your time and walk them through it as though they need the help. Some call it the talk to me like I'm 5 principle. Over-explain it just a little. Now, don't mansplain it. Just enough so that you can help them keep up and keep them connected to your message. Think back to the last product video you watched where they talked while they clicked, but never allowed you to catch up to where they were actually clicking. Well, click here and then you can... and I'm already lost. Slow down a little and direct their eye with your voice. They'll comprehend more and you'll get better reviews too. The next tip is go easy on the mouse. The cursor is there for you, but as we said before, not everyone can see it well enough to follow it. If you're a nervous mouser and continually twitch and swirl the mouse, nobody's going to be able to keep up and you'll lose them in the mix. Go easy on the mouse and make minimal directed movement. They're trying to keep up, so don't overload them with your nerves too. The same goes with scrolling, whether it's left or right or up or down. Keep it to a minimum for the sake of the viewer. There are also products available to you that will enable you to make the cursor glow or put a bright halo around it. Those things can help, but you must be sure to leave the mouse alone if you use those. I've seen people nearly cause seizures by the nervous twirling of the mouse and cursor. Almost as bad as that cursed glow puck from Fox hockey coverage in the 90s. No glow pucks. Go easy on the mouse. You also need to be specific. Part of any presentation is knowing your audience and your product before you sit down. This is no different. Know your product very specifically and call the items, buttons, and ribbons by their proper name, or at least by the same names they'll see and hear in any training collateral. Software is the wild, wild west of terminology with all kinds of inventive names for things. Use consistent and correct terminology all the time. We were in a presentation with a partner and we nearly fell over as we watched the partner open the software, point the cursor to the search magnifying glass and say, "This is the search thingy if you want to search for something." He then followed that gem a few minutes later with the budget thingy, and the finale was, "That's about all I know. Maybe somebody else can show you more." A great confidence builder, eh? No, the partner did not win the deal. And the last tidbit is the painful one. Contrary to popular myth, you are not your worst critic. We all hate the sound of our own voices, hey, it's a fact, and we hate to review our own work. Too bad. Watch your videos, see what you like and what you dislike in what you did. Then ask a friend or colleague that you trust, and that you trust to tell you the unabashed truth, to watch one of your presentations, preferably with you in the room. Watch their facial expressions and ask for honest, constructive feedback. We can help each other get better, and we will get better together. Hopefully these tips have been a little bit helpful, and if you incorporate just one or two of the ideas at a time, you will do better, more polished presentations. Presenting is a perishable skill and is always a work in process, so we need to keep learning and keep practicing. So what's next? Better presentations.